So getting in a nice comfortable position, sitting nice and tall, okay, gently pulling your chin slightly inwards, okay, so that gives you that length through the spine, so you're really activating the energy along the spine. Satanama, 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 Satanama,
Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama, Satanama.
So just close down your eyes and turn inwards and see if you can connect to that sense of inner peace and harmony. Bring your feet to rest underneath your hips and just roll up gently, one vertebra at a time. I'm going to show you this move from the side. We're going to take the arms overhead, opening up through the front of the body as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, swing down into a forward fold, opening up through the back of the body. Breathing in, going at your own pace. Miracle bends, opening up through that energetic center down our spine, releasing energy. Just go at your own pace. Breathing in as you come up, opening through the front of the body, looking up at the thumbs, breathing out, forward fold, swing down. Keep breathing smoothly. Go at your own pace. So this movement is just all about awakening any stuck energy in our body, getting it moving. So emotion means energy in motion. And of course, we love to express really high vibrational energy, high vibrational emotions, but we tend to suppress or push away the lower vibrational energy and emotions. And don't forget, every emotion has a reason, a meaning. So we don't really want to suppress it or push it away because it gets stuck and causes blocks. So these movements are all about waking those blocks up, moving them, getting the energy moving. We're going to do 2 more miracle bends. And then rolling up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, coming up to stand and doing pendulum drops as we wake up the side of the body. Side stretches are energizing. So combining the breath and the body as you stretch from side to side. Two more times each side. Coming back to center. Feet are about hip distance apart now, guys. Slightly soft knees, slightly soft elbows, fists in a clenched. We're going to raise the arms overhead, blowing out through the mouth as we go. And this is a really nice practice for releasing frustration and irritation and anger. It really gets that energy moving and releases it in a safe way. So join in when you're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down, close down your eyes and just come inwards, and you can probably feel that energy starting to move. And a big releasing breath. Just let it go. And then bringing your arms in cactus. Soft bend in the knees. We're going to do spinal twist. So you turn to the left and breathe in, turn to the right and breathe out. Quick movements, deep, sharp breaths, okay, but short breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, coming back to center and close down your eyes, and you can really feel that energy fizzing and buzzing now. Placing your fingertips on your shoulders, and we're going to roll the elbows to the front, loosening up the shoulders, opening up through the lungs, moving any blocks in this area. We quite often have tight shoulders where we manifest stress. This just helps to shift it and move it. Again, going at your own pace, breathing smoothly. And then back in the opposite direction, going backwards. Don't be afraid to let the breath have some noise. You know, the breath is your life force, it's your prana. If you create a sound with it, it helps to release and let go. And then bringing the elbows together, out and round, together, out and round. Again, going at your own pace. Loosening up the top of your body where we quite often hold tension and tightness. And then back in the other direction. You're probably starting to feel a little bit warmer now after we started moving like this. Give your arms a bit of a wriggle, and then you're going to draw the shoulders right up to the ears. And as you breathe out, shrug the shoulders away and do a big sigh. As you breathe out, imagine you're letting go anything that doesn't serve you. So we've got all that energy moving. So anything that doesn't serve you, we can just blow it all out. 2 more times. And the beauty of this is your breath will do the work. You don't even need to know what you need to let go of. It will just happen organically. Taking the feet slightly wider, knees stacked above the ankles, coming into goddess pose. As you bring your hands into cactus, close down your eyes, turn inwards and notice that sense of energy moving through your body. And place your hands on your knees and bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. And as you breathe out, do a little 2 So is a really nice releasing, letting go noise. 2 more times. Gently bending the legs, coming back into goddess pose, closing down your eyes. Feel the energy moving through your body. Trusting your body knows what to do, to let it go. And gently straightening the arms, releasing the legs. And you're going to do the final part of this practice, the Kundalini shakedown. So shaking down your arms and your legs. Have a good old wriggle. Imagine that any stuckness, any blocks, anything that doesn't serve us is now released. And we can just flick it off like we're flicking off little droplets of energy. Just release it and do whatever you want. Wiggle, shake it all about. There is no right or wrong, okay? You just do what feels good, okay? Let it go. And this is quite a short old practice, and it doesn't take long. You can pick your favorite moves and just do them once a day. So once you've finished shaking it all out, shake it down, we're gently just going to brush off any energy that might have stuck to us through the day from the other energetic beings we've come in contact with. Remember, energy is a bit like the dirt that attracts to your white clothes. If you wear a white outfit and you come home at the end of the day, it all needs a good wash. As energetic beings, we're constantly picking up other people's energies. Oops, drop my mic. Where's the mic gone? No, it's all okay. Brush it off your shoulders, your back, maybe off your legs, off your feet. Just brush it all off. And then we're just moving that energy out of our energetic field, gently pushing it away. Just move it out. Just push it all away. Drawing the hands back to heart center. Bring your feet a little bit closer together as you rest your gaze on your fingertips, coming into Tadasana. Or perhaps you want to close down your eyes to connect with the flow of energy through your body. And then breathe in, coming up onto your tiptoes, maybe taking your feet a little bit wider, arms overhead. Breathe out, draw the hands through center, lower the heels to the floor, elbows on the inside of the knees, coming into yoga squat. Keep breathing smoothly, leading out through the crown of the head. And gently coming to sit down on your bottom, legs crossed. Use your fingernail on the crown of your head. Don't dig it in really hard, but just bring your awareness to that space, to the crown, and where you can feel the nail in your head, on your scalp. Where attention goes, energy flows. So we're going to take the finger away, and hopefully you can still feel that part of the head, the crown. Interlace the fingers again, four fingers up towards the ceiling, left thumb over the right. For the ladies out there, right thumb over the left for the men. As you breathe in, guys, contract Mula Bandha, root lock. Squeeze the rectum, sex organ, navel. Squeeze it tight. Squeeze it tight. Squeeze it It's just like you're stopping mid-flow when you're going to the loo. Squeeze it, drawing that energy all the way up to the crown of your head, where you can feel that indentation of your nail in your head. And as you breathe out, release root lock and allow the energy to flow out through the crown of your head. Take a nice smooth breath in and out. And again, Mula Bandha, breathing in. Squeeze the root lock, squeeze it tight. Squeeze it, squeeze it. Draw that energy like you're sucking it up through a straw, through your central channel, through your spine, all the way to the crown of your head. Focus your attention on the crown of your head, where your attention goes, energy flows. Release root lock as you breathe out, releasing that energy out through the crown of the head. Take a nice smooth breath. Breathing in again, squeezing Mula Bandha, squeezing root lock, squeeze it tight, drawing that energy all the way up through the spinal column, all the way up to the crown of your head. Hold it, hold it. This practice increases the energy to your energetic field by increasing the centrifugal force of the spinal fluid going up the spinal column. Breathe out and release. Nice smooth breath. Last time, breathe in, squeeze it tight, squeeze it. It also activates the crystals on your pineal gland, and these help to take you to those beautiful transcendental experiences, those existential experiences. Hold it, squeeze it tight, squeeze it, draw the energy right the way up to the crown of your head and breathe out, release it out, releasing Mula Bandha, releasing root lock. Take a nice smooth breath in, and as you breathe out, sweeping your auric field. Bring the hands down to rest onto your knees. Take a nice smooth breath. Notice how you feel. So we were drawing energy up through the root lock, up through the spinal column, through our chakras, out through the crown of the head. We're going to work it around the opposite way now. And take the arms overhead like you have a chalice. And as you breathe in, imagine drawing all that heavenly divine energy from overhead in through the crown of your head, and turn, exhale with a little and again. Hold it, lift up through the sternum, twist through the torso. Keep breathing smoothly. And coming back to center, we'll do it all again. Imagine you're drawing that energy in from the heavens overhead, that sense of unity, oneness, wholeness, in through the crown of your head as you breathe in, releasing anything that no longer serves as you breathe out with a lift up and hold it as you twist. Keep breathing. And then coming back to center, and you might want to swap the cross of your legs at this point. Just take a moment to connect to your breath. Establish beautiful, long, smooth breaths flowing in and out through your belly. So we've got the energy moving through the body. We've connected to the energetic centers along the spine with those two practices, enabling us to bring everything into balance and coherence, homeostasis, how it works best. Now we're going to activate the vagus nerve. So once you've established that nice, smooth breath, you're going to turn your gaze to the right. And we're going to rest in this position for 60 to 90 seconds, about 10 to 15 breaths. Two more smooth breaths. And then gently turn to look over your other shoulder. Keep breathing smoothly. Another 60 to 90 seconds. 10 to 15 long, smooth breaths. Two more smooth breaths here. Coming back to center. And this time just moving your eyes. So allow your eyes to move to the right. Try and keep your face facing forward. And just allow the eyes to move. Keep breathing smoothly, allowing the breath to flow in and out through your belly. And then moving the eyes to gaze to the left. Two more smooth breaths here. And then if you still feel you need a little bit of extra, you just roll the eyes from one side to the other just as you look up. So this practice resets your vagus nerve, and your vagus nerve is like your super highway of nerves in your autonomic nervous system. It's responsible for a lot of our primary bodily functions. When we're stressed and we're in survival mode, we're not in harmony, we're not in balance, and the body doesn't work to its best ability. This practice takes us out of stress mode. And then just close down your eyes, guys, and notice how you feel. It's a good practice to relieve anxiety and stress and overwhelm. And basically what it does is when we're stressed, we're really narrow focused. We're really got a very, very, I think it's divergent focus, where we're really focused outwardly, because essentially it's the body's response looking for a predator. Okay, except nowadays it's not predator, it's just modern day life. So this practice takes our awareness and our energy out to the periphery. It opens up our focus, giving us a convergent focus, or maybe it's the other way around, I don't know, but you know what I mean. It's wide, and basically what that does, it slows the brain down. So when we're really narrow focused and when we're really stressed, we're in beta brainwaves, and they're really, really fast and a bit chaotic, and it's a bit like 100 different drummers all in one room banging a different drum beat. Once we take our attention wide, that slows the brainwaves down through beta, alpha, delta, gamma. Okay, so we're kind of doing lots of different practices here. We're moving energy to move out any blocks and anything that might be stuck, then we're releasing it. And then we're also channeling some harmony by connecting through that central channel with the two practices we did with Mula Bandha and the chalice breath. And now we're slowing down the brainwaves. We're moving ourselves out of survival mode, out of the stress response, into creation mode, using that and getting our vagus nerve back to functioning at its optimum level. And that's all the hard work for today, guys. We are going to do 2 restorative poses before we call it a night. So if you have a bolster, you're going to stack it up at one end with blocks. You're going to place a blanket over the bolster, and if you want to rest your knees on a blanket, you can also rest another blanket at the end. And then you're going to come around the bolster, coming into child's pose, and just rest your head on the mat, right on the bolster. Okay, if you don't have a bolster, you can still really enjoy this pose. If you happily sit with your bottom on your heels for child's pose, then you're just going to come down onto the mat, forehead on the floor. If you can't reach the floor with your forehead, you're going to just place a cushion or a block or something so that you're getting that third eye mama point connecting. If your bum is a bit high, then you might want to roll a blanket up so that you can rest here for a bit longer. And if you're using the bolster and your bum's a bit high, you might want to roll a blanket up under there. Okay, so you're going to just rest here in child's pose for whatever variation is most comfortable for you. Now I'm going to just move that blanket out. I'm going to stay in the non-supported version only because I actually really love the supported version. And you can also do a variation where you grab a blanket and pull it up over you. It's called withdrawing from the world. Great way to unwind at the end of a day. You can get lost in there for about 20 minutes. Not a good idea if you struggle with hot flushes or you're claustrophobic, but I'm going to stay in this variation just because the mic gets a bit messed up on the supported version. Keep coming back to your breath. And once again, we're calming the nervous system because we're massaging that third eye acupressure point, that space between the eyes. And when we activate this acupressure point, this mama point, it calms and soothes the nervous system. Child's pose helps to relieve anxiety and overwhelm and stress. It's a brilliant precursor to a good night's sleep. So if you struggle with your sleep, settle into child's pose for a few minutes before you go to bed. It also opens up through the lower back and massages your intestines. So it's great for digestion. And it just enables us to spend a bit of time in the rest and restore response as we integrate the benefits of the practice tonight. I'm going to take 2 more smooth breaths here. And gently walking your hands back up. And we're going to bring the mat to the wall. So you can see my mat's 90 degrees here to the radiator. Take your mat up to a wall or a door or whatever you've got. You can also go over the sofa and bend your legs. So we're going to finish off tonight's practice with legs up the wall. Viparata Karini, really beautifully restorative pose. Another great pose if you struggle with your sleep or anxiety, stress, really helps to just calm the nervous system. So you're going to scrunch your bottom up as close to the wall as you can, come to rest on your back and bring your legs to rest on the wall. It does exactly what it says on the tin, legs up the wall. You're going to bring your hands to rest either side of your hips and just close down your eyes. And just allow your breathing to flow freely. Viparata Karini. This posture with the legs higher than the heart starts to slow down the heart rate. But in the meantime, it's also challenging your cardiovascular system in the completely opposite way. So it's a very gentle way to challenge the cardiovascular system in the opposite way to the way it's used to working. I think it's a great pose for improving the drainage of your lymph system. It balances your hormones and calms your nervous system. This pose is deeply restorative and you can stay here for as long as you like. It's another really good one to do before you go to bed. Resting here in stillness and in silence for a few minutes as we allow our bodies to absorb the benefits of our practice, our minds and our souls to also integrate those benefits. If you have low blood pressure, you may notice your toes start to get a little bit numb or tingly, in which case it's time to bend your legs and place your feet on the wall. But if you are good for another minute or so, you can rest here. Rub your hands together, guys. Create a nice warmth in your hands. And gently place your hands over your heart, giving your heart a hug. This releases oxytocin, the feel-good hormone. So this is the final part of the practice tonight, balancing the hormones of stress by releasing oxytocin, bringing everything back into balance and coherence. And then gently bending your legs and place your feet on the wall. Just take a couple of breaths of transition. And then gently rolling over onto your favorite side or whatever side is available to you. Just take a couple of breaths of transition. And gently guiding yourself back into a comfortable position, seated, cross-legged, or coming into rock pose, whatever feels right for you to do. Rolling the head up, eyes closed, and gently bringing your hands to rest at your heart center. Guys, may you take the benefits of your yoga practice with you into your lives tonight, and may it touch all those who share your lives. Namaste.